What if the thing we're afraid of, starting over, is actually the beginning of everything you've ever needed? What if the ending you're mourning is the universe's way of saying you're ready now? If there's no end, there's no beginning. We can't receive what's next if our hands are still clinging to what has ended. Now, I know letting go feels very painful. It feels like loss. And there's a fear in that. Maybe the fear of change. And sometimes it feels like we're going backwards when we have to start over. But it's not. Starting over doesn't mean starting from scratch. It means starting from experience. Letting go isn't weakness. Letting go is trust. It's believing that there's more. Letting go is saying, I believe there's a future beyond the pain. I believe growth is still possible. Because growth is not a destination, because that feels too final. That feels like death. In a way, growth is continuous. It's a way of living. And if we're not growing, we're not living. In my own experience, in my own spiritual awakening, I kept losing what wasn't a lie. I was learning how to let go of things that felt so familiar, things I had known all my life. But I remember one situation clearly. There's a group of people I used to spend time with, and these are not bad people. But every time I was around them, I felt a deep, uncomfortable feeling. And it wasn't them, it was me. This feeling was this inner feeling. Something was uncomfortable inside of me. And eventually the feeling it became unbearable. So eventually I had to walk away. I knew it would cost me some friendship, but I had to listen to what my spirit was telling me. Still, I didn't fully let go right away. I thought about calling and checking in with these folks. There was this lingering feeling like I felt bad, until one day I noticed something different. I didn't feel this heaviness anymore. That discomfort was gone. And that's when I realized the situation no longer served me. And I needed to close that chapter for a new one to begin. You're not losing everything. You're exactly where you're meant to be. There's always this fear that shows up when we have to start over. The ego wants to hold onto the familiar, but life isn't asking us to go back. It's asking us to rise higher. And some chapters have to be closed in order for us to make space for what is new, for what aligns. It's maturity. It's the wisdom to say, I deserve what God has planned for me. Starting over can disguise itself as painful endings. And yes, some of them are, but what awaits us on the other side will heal that wound. It means you've evolved. Life isn't asking us to go back. It's asking us to come up higher. But we have to lay aside the weight. That weight left my body after removing myself from that environment. That weight, I could not carry that weight the rest of my journey forward. And I needed to become who the universe intended for me to become. And if you are a chosen one listening, this might sound familiar. If those folks saw me now, they probably would not recognize me in the way of just how I am, the presence, the peace, the love, the clarity, the wisdom. Meet the moment with whom you need to become. Sometimes life will repeat the lesson until we learn. And that's not punishment. That's not punishment, friends. That's grace. Because this journey is not about getting it perfect. It's about becoming who you are really meant to be. Awakening strips everything that is not real. So if you're at this crossroads, scared, unsure, tired, and it feels like I have to start over, and there's that fear of just starting over, I know that it's a scary process. But this time, you're not who you used to be. And that changes everything. Remember this. If there is no end, there's no beginning. Every sunset is a reset. Every breath is a chance. Life offers us a fresh page every morning. When you look at it, everything starts over. And nature shows this to us in such a beautiful way. Stages in our lives aren't the end. They're just invitations to begin again, to grow into who we are meant to become. If you made it this far, share this with someone who's standing maybe at the edge of something new, who's afraid of letting go, who's afraid of the unknown, someone who needs to know their ending is a new beginning.